Well, it looks like we are live. Yep, all is up and running. So, good evening, fuckers. This is the first Elite Dangerous stream that I have done for a while that was actually announced in advance, not one that I just decided to do at the spur of the moment. And Herodian makes his now traditional arrival within the first few seconds of the thing starting up. So I'm going to do my usual thing of giving it, a couple of minutes before we get going, so that you never know, there may actually be as many as 2 people watching by the time I actually get things going. So what we're going to do is we will start with a couple of on-foot missions. There's 2 reasons why I've chosen to do it in this particular system as well, which I will go into once we get underway. After that, we'll make our way back to the system that is currently being colonised, and we'll update you on everything that's happened there. And then finally we shall head into one of the hazardous extraction sites within said colonised system, and we'll see what sort of carnage we can bring there in our combat outfitted Sidewinder. It's been quite a while since I took the combat Sidewinder out for a spin, and even though I knew that I was going to be doing this, I've not had any practice in it at all. I have not flown that thing in, it's got to be at least 2.5 years. So yeah. Now, like last time, I've not set up the second screen because I can minimise this screen here and I can see what's happening right in front of me instead of having to turn around. So we have Jim with us as well. But unlike last time, I can actually see half decent, so I'm not sitting here looking like someone's grandmother with my glasses on, because I don't need them this time. How long that actually lasts, I don't know. I have got them here on standby just in case. Anyway, right. Well, 2 people is quite enough. Let's get out of our trusty old Cobra Mark 5 and make our way to the terminals and see what missions are available. Rather annoyingly, there is currently a war going on here in Dainayiman, but it doesn't involve the anarchy faction that's here. So I don't think any of their settlements that they control are going to be involved in it.
How would you like to earn some credits? You might have to bend the law.
So let's see what we've got. So yeah, this is the anarchy faction here, the Dainayiman Blue Council, and it's the settlements that they control that we are particularly interested in. Actually, we don't need to worry too much about just straight combat. We can actually take a look at some of the more difficult missions. So let's see what we got here. It doesn't help that this does not tell us who controls the base, although Constancia Engineering Base, I'm pretty sure that is owned by the Anarchy lot. the fact they're offering 50 manufacturing instructions means I'm quite interested in doing this one. Let's take a look at the map. Right, so it's Constancia that we want. There it is, and it is controlled by a Dainayiman Blue Council. So yeah, we're going to do that one. Now it's really not a good idea to take multiple missions if you're going to be doing the likes of yeah, these procurement or operation missions. So yeah, right, let's take a look. So this is it. It's only a threat level 3, so this is not going to be a difficult one at all. So actually, before we go, let's just see if there are any. Right, taking out. It's just personnel, 9 citizens. This one we're going to is quite small. I don't think there are going to be 9 citizens there, so right, yeah, we won't bother with that one. But when we come back for the second, we'll take a look and see if there are any more there. Right, so once we're on, we need to change our suit and loadout. Yeah, I'm not going to be using the shotgun one. I want that one there, Scavenger Sniper Plasma. I've already got the destination locked in. Now, before we leave, I'll show you why I chose this system. And this is something that I'm going to have to do in the system that we are in the process of colonizing. So here is, yeah, Dainayiman Blue Council. They are the Anarchy faction here, and they're right at the bottom. They have the least amount of influence in the entire system, which is really where you want the Anarchy system. The Anarchy faction, rather. Now, they do control several settlements. I think it's about 6 or 7 of them in this system. And it was another player who actually set about doing all of this. I remember, this is going back years now, he came onto the Elite Dangerous forums and was explaining that he had done this and why he had done it and everything else. So we've got a system with, yeah, a number of settlements controlled by the Anarchy faction. And the best thing about it is they are never going to lose control of any of these settlements that they've got, because they are basically bottom of the pile. So if they were to end up in a war with the next lot here, the Progressive Party, even if they were to lose that war, they can't lose any settlements or outposts or anything that they own, because they can't drop any further down the pecking order. They're already at the bottom. And this is what we need to do in our system. Is I keep saying we, I mean, well, there might be 1 or 2 watching who are in the squadron. We have an Anarchy faction there. They are currently bottom of the pile. There's only 4 factions in our system. So, and the Anarchy faction, I can't remember their name, but they are 4th out of the 4. So we need to manipulate things so that they gain control of an outpost or a settlement, ideally a settlement. And then once they've got control of that settlement, make sure that they either stay or return to the bottom of the pile so that whatever happens, they will keep control of that settlement that they've got. It is not a quick fix. It does take a while to do, but I think it's worth it. And this system here is the perfect illustration of what you are what you are having to do, and why you need to do it. So let's take a look at the chat here. We have laser jetties here again. And Mick DC is here. I see Frontier work their magic as only they can and giving out Dominator suits instead of Maverick suits. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I guess they don't know the difference, you know. I mean, it is Frontier developments. How can you expect them to know the difference between two suits within Elite Dangerous? It's a mistake that anyone could make. Certainly, it's a mistake you can make if you're as fucking useless as that lot are.
Landing coupler disengaged. Please observe safe speeds when traversing the docking bay.
I am still a bit miffed that it ended so quickly. I didn't get the chance to actually even go there, let alone sign up to the event. I wasn't at all interested in the Maverick suit that was being offered because, well, the one I've got is better. But, you know, I wouldn't have said no to the bonus 80 million credits that were on offer. Right, we don't need to take the slow, painful way here. We'll just use the SCO drive and then switch it off far too early. Now, while we are in this space sim, a certain other space sim had an update a few days ago, or a couple of days ago, being No Man's Sky. Now, I am a No Man's Sky fan, as I'm sure is all too obvious. And when they do, updates and that, I'm always interested. However, I am really not a fan of Pokemon. In fact, to put it mildly, I absolutely detest Pokemon. So when No Man's Sky's latest update is nothing short of a blatant Pokemon copy, yeah, I'm not so interested in that one. So has anyone who's watching this actually tried it yet? Because I'll freely admit I've not even looked at it. I saw a couple of videos that were, taking us through what it was. Within like seconds I could see exactly what it was, and I was not interested at all. I mean, that said, I've been doing plenty of colonisation here, and when I first saw this I wasn't interested in it at all. Colonisation, I just thought, no, it's just going to be a boring old grind and it's not going to be remotely enjoyable and it's not worth doing and blah blah blah. And I spent the last 3 weeks doing pretty much nothing but it, and roping Mick DC and Erodian in to help out in quite significant numbers. But it has turned out to be great. It's a fantastic addition to Elite Dangerous. So for all I know, I mean, it's highly unlikely, but for all I know, the No Man's Sky Pokemon edition, you know, could be every bit as good. No, it's not going to be, is it? The other thing is, of course, how the fuck have they got away with it? We all know how litigious Nintendo are. I mean, surely just the very thought of doing something that is so clearly a Pokemon copy is asking for trouble. So I don't know how they're able to get away with it. I mean, that's assuming that they are going to be able to get away with it. But, oh, yeah, it does my head in. Anyway, we are approaching Constancia. If memory serves, this is quite a small industrial settlement. There's not a huge amount here, but it has been a while since I did one of these mission types, so it's actually not a bad one for me to do as a first. Trying to see the layout from here. I think this is a settlement layout that I have not put into our system yet. In fact, okay, yeah, it's not the layout I was expecting at all, but that's alright because yeah, it's the larger settlement. Yeah, I don't have any of these large settlements in our system yet. I'm sure I will at some point, but yeah, not at the moment anyway. Alright, let's head on out. So, we need to steal the sample from the containment unit 1. Now I know exactly where that is. And we mustn't trigger the settlement alarms. Well, I have a strategy for making sure that the alarms don't get triggered. And that is to kill everybody in the settlement. Which I doubt is going to come as any big surprise to anybody. Now I'm sure, yeah, there's a guard over here, and that is going to be a sharpshooter. So we could certainly do with taking him out. So, now this is the very handy thing, is that because this is controlled by an anarchy faction, there are no yeah, we don't get any bounties on us for shooting these fuckers. In fact, as you've just seen, once we've shot them, if we scan them and find that they're wanted, we can get some pretty decent credits out of this. And I certainly can, because in this system it is controlled by the Emperor. So I will gain a hell of a lot of bonuses as a result, yeah, of it being an Imperial controlled settlement. Right, let's scan these two that I just took out. They're all bloody level zeros. Yeah, even this fucker here is. Right, now where's the other guard? There he is. Alright, Right, there she is. Come on, have at least there we go. Right, so this one I can clone. Right, so I'll be able to get inside the security building. And it's the presence of this security building that is the real reason why you would, yeah, you'd want to build one of these large settlements. Because as well as all the decent... someone's spotted one of the people that I killed. I completely lost the thread of what I was saying. Oh yes, yeah, right, about building this settlement. Yeah. Not only do you get all of the decent stuff from, you know, the actual industrial buildings and the power building over here, but you also get a lot of good stuff in this security building here. Right, that bloke has stopped searching, so...
No bounty detected.
Right, nothing there. Back up here. Now, where's he gone? There he is. Oh, it's the mission giver, who's now dead. And this one's a level 2, so we'll definitely clone him. Just make sure, clone her I should say, just make sure we don't get seen. Right, we're good. So I want to take out the last few who are outdoors here. There's about 3, maybe even 4 of them. Alright, so there's 1, 2. The last one is currently in the either the habitat building or the industrial building itself. So we just need to wait for them to come out. Right, while we're waiting, let's just take another look at the chat here. There was CG. Yep, there was. It was all to do with the radicoida, yeah, the plants again. It hasn't exactly caught the imagination of the, you know, everyone who plays the game. I mean, there was supposed to be the war out there, and the reason the war stopped was because no one bothered with it. No one showed up. Okay, that's everyone that's outside, so let's head into the security building now, because we have the clearance. In fact, we've easily got the clearance. We are now level 2 clearance.
Entering pressurized environment.
Alright, let's start looting the place. Not a huge amount down here, not yet anyway. So he'll do his usual routine of just standing at the... She will do the usual routine of just standing at the bottom of the stairs.
No bounty detected.
So what we are supposed to be doing while we're in here is disabling the alarms. But my method of doing it is, yeah, kill everybody and and then it doesn't matter. Well, actually, it does matter if the alarms go off, but yeah, with everyone dead, it's not going to be quite so disastrous. Okay, let's rearm our weapons. There we go. So next step is, yeah, there's this poxy guard who's around here. I can't, oh, right, there they are. That guard, as you can see, is a level 3. We need that level 3 clearance, so we've got to wait for them to walk by. So let's catch up with the chat again. The Poke No Man's Sky update, yeah. I haven't bothered with it, but I haven't really played NMS since the Corvette update. I mean, the Corvette update was great. It's fine. But yeah, the updates we've had since then have not been so great. I just know the No Man's Sky update will do the customary thing of completely erasing my save, so I haven't played it since November. I mean, that would drive me to fucking despair, that, because it's a great game, but yeah, if every time you fire it up you don't know if it's going to actually work or not, yeah, I mean, I'm like that with Train Simulator Classic now. You know, every time I start it, it's like, okay, is it going to actually work now? Right, they heard that upstairs. Let's get out of the way. Actually, they may not have heard it. Oh, yeah, they did. Well, I cannot believe he did not see me there. I need him to bugger off, but I can't see when he will or not. I'll tell you what, while I'm here, let's recharge my suit.
Recharging. Suit fully charged.
Does that mean he's buggered off?
Bounty detected.
Right, let's climb that one.
Security profile closed.
Right, now we'll go this way round. We'll crawl along so that they shouldn't be able to hear us. That's handy, they're facing the wrong way. Alright, so the alarms are now off. Where's he gone? They heard me in the restricted area here. Alright, let's go this way round. So this is where they just come from.
Shield activated.
I really do not need to have people hearing gunshots. He was coming over to scan me. That seemed quietly dealt with.
No bounty detected.
Right, anyway, with the security alarms off, I can now download data, so we will do that.
Downloading data.
Right, where else are we? Game devs giving players what no one wanted, needed or asked for, so it ain't so. It's, yeah, it certainly is that. and why they why they thought that if there was one thing No Man's Sky needed, it was a Pokemon game. I really have no idea. But I forget what video it was, but there was someone there who said that it looks like it was a bit of a sort of passion project, and like it was just one or two people working on it, and clearly old Sean took one look at it and said, yeah, that looks good enough, we'll stick it in the main game. So there it is. Right, I've lost my bearings a bit there. So there should only be, yeah, there's this one fucker over here who's now dead. Oh, take a look at this container. There's not normally one here. Scan them. Another level 3, but again, it's not that important. We're already at level 3, so. Now this here is the important locker. This is the one that if there is going to be any valuable stuff, this is where it usually is, and this time it was shit. And that was fuck all nothing. Yeah, great one. Well, we might as well finish looting this building because we've only got this last locker here. But yeah, that was a properly shit amount of stuff there. Anyway, that building is now completely looted. Everyone in it is dead and the alarms are off. So all is going well. So we'll do the habitat building next. There won't be many in here.
We don't often get visitors here.
Don't you? Alright. Maybe another guard upstairs, but we'll sort them out in a sec.
Downloading data.
Right. Let's see if there is a guard up here. No, there ain't. That's a bit of a surprise. Bit of a shame, actually. I'd like to have had yeah, one more to kill. Right, so that's the habitat building done. Next then is the industrial building. And this is the important one. This is where the sample containment is. There's usually someone up here, but not this time. Okay. That doorway was to the laboratory. We'll sort that one out. That's normally the last room I clear out, actually, in this building. Okay. Ah, mistimed that a bit. I usually wait for that guard to come in, And then just as they take up the position around here, yeah, you just shoot the fucker. Oh, here they come. I'll time that quite well actually. They just yeah, they just missed me taking whatever it was that I was picking up. That's a pretty crappy selection from there. Now this is the second locker that is usually really good. The first one was crap. This one is not much better. Fucking hell. Had some real piss poor looting in this so far. Let's take a look at what else we got here. Was that CG in that special system? Because I don't have the permit for that system. I don't know if the yeah, I think it does need a permit. What is it? I'm trying to remember the name of the system. HIP 76521, isn't it? But yeah, it's where the radicoida plants are. But I thought everyone was given the permit to that system. Right, anyway, let's open that up because that is what we are here for. While that is opening, let's take a look up here. Yeah. I can't believe I missed that first shot. That was yeah, inexcusable. No, that's full of power play stuff. Not really much good to me because we're going to be staying in this system, so yeah, I won't bother taking any of that because all I can do is cash it in. I can't get merits for it. So the only room left is yep, the lab here. There we go. Right, so we just now need to wait for this to come out of here so we can catch up with the chat here. The Mass Effect style death dives are the best thing about on foot missions. They're not familiar with. It's been a long time since I've seen Mass Effect or played Mass Effect, I should say. So yeah, I don't know what that's about. Artemis 2 splashing down in 5 hours. Yeah, I've really not been interested in the whole Artemis 2 thing, largely because it's American. I think the Pokemon thing was pasted in from Light No Fire. Well, that's what No Man's Sky has become, isn't it? A testing ground for features that are going to be in Light No Fire. The trouble is they've been doing it for so long now that when Light No Fire comes along, everyone is going to be complaining, well, it's just No Man's Sky but in a fantasy setting rather than sci-fi. So it needs a hell of a lot more, you know, feature-wise than I think it's going to have. To be honest, I've never really been that fussed about Light No Fire. It's never grabbed me. So yeah, I'm not that bothered by it. I'll stick with No Man's Sky, but Light No Fire, nah, not really, not fussed. Right, let's I'll come back to the chat in a bit. But there we go. Right. So we've completed the mission. But there are people still alive here. We can't have that. And plus, there can be some pretty good stuff in the power building. So here we go. See, sometimes they can be polite here. He says it's good to see someone new. I don't think you'll be thinking that now, though. Right, what we got here? Nothing. Oh, hang on. You can't leave the epoxy adhesive behind because that's, yeah, invaluable. Not easy to see around here where it's so bloody dark. Yeah, he's turned round, so I'll take that. Nothing in there. Oh, he's gone over the other side. Right. She had gone round the other side. Alright, let's clear out upstairs because there's going to be at least one person here. So there should now only be one person left alive, and they are in the laboratory. So we'll sort them out in just a sec. Right, catch on the chat again. It's nice that they've got the people's death rattlers to come at the right time and not 5 seconds afterwards. Well, they have for now, but believe me, it does still happen. The galaxy map says permit required when I try and plan a route there, and it comes up red in the nav panel when I'm near enough. Thought I'd just missed out on the CG to get the permit. So I thought the permit was given to everybody. Don't quote me on it. I don't know if that is for certain, but yeah, hit 87621 used to be permit locked, but October Consortium unlocked it before the first CG there. So light no fire will have creature training. I'll skip it. Well, I think it will. Say so many of the new features in No Man's Sky are really sort of like, yeah, test beds for light no fire. But thing is, I mean, I'd be very surprised if stuff like the was it the recycling, you know, the rubbish collection and that we got in the previous update. I'd be very surprised if that is in light no fire. But things like the fishing, when that was added, yeah, that was purely to test it for light no fire. And I mean, how long has the fishing been in No Man's Sky? It's been there for a fair old while. Stellar activity logs is useful. I haven't had a huge number of like decent downloads in this particular run. Locker that size, it had one thing in it. Alright, I may as well nick the power regulator from this place. I'll do that once everything is sorted out there. God, I missed the class 455s. The 455s were fantastic emus. And they are still, everybody, they are still more than capable of, running. There's no need for them to be, retired. I think a large number of people who use them would rather, still go out there and catch a class 455 than, like the new 700s or well, especially the 701s. They are not popular, considering that they work about as often as about as often as Elite Dangerous did when Odyssey first came along. It was not great. So yeah, I'm absolutely with you there. It would be great if the 455s were still up and running.
Suit recharging. Suit fully charged. Leaving pressurized environment.
Right, let's go and shut this place down.
Environment.
Power center shutdown.
Now I'm fairly sure there's no one left alive here. Let's just double check it, as I've already started the shutdown. Yeah, there you go. Right, where are we? Everybody's dead, Dave. They certainly are. Might as well call a game no play this. I don't think Light No Fire is going to be particularly successful. There is not enough in it to differentiate itself from No Man's Sky. And okay, yeah, No Man's Sky is incredibly popular and deservedly so, but it's not so popular that you could bring out a second game that is pretty much identical to it and expect that game to be popular as well. It's got to have enough there to differentiate itself, and everything I've seen just says no, there's nothing there, not at all. Class 701s, don't get me wrong, but they look like a plastic tin can. I think you're being quite kind to them there, actually. They are awful looking things. And yeah, they have the reliability of a British Leyland car, it's dreadful things. Even the crappy old 357s that we have on our main route here in Southend are better than the 701s.
Shutdown T minus 60 seconds.
Yeah, when it comes to doing the second mission, I won't bother shutting the place down because, yeah, it does mean you've got like 2 minutes of just standing around doing nothing, waiting for this. It's not so bad if it's not a covert mission, but because I can't trigger the settlement alarms, I can't do what I like doing, which is just prior to shutting the place down, I go and switch the alarms back on again. So then when you shut the place down, all these reinforcements all show up. It gives you more people to shoot. The time passes by a hell of a lot quicker than when you're just standing here doing nothing. Alright, we have pretty much taken everything we can.
Leaving pressurized environment.
and we'll be getting 15 manufacturing instructions as a result. And if you sell them on your carrier, they will always sell. There's never any doubt about it. I have mine listed at 900,000 each, and I know they will sell in no time. So that's 13.5 million right there, just from them. So it's not a bad payout, really. Right, let's get out of here. I'll say that layout of large industrial settlements is not in our system yet, but yeah, those in the squadron, and Herodian, I'm going to include you because let's face it, you are in the squadron even though the game is determined to say you're not. Is that a layout that you would want to see in one of our settlements in our system there? Now, I think the next mission I'll take, I really would prefer it to be at a military settlement. They are the most difficult ones to infiltrate, as you can probably imagine. Still haven't got the timing quite right on when it comes to disengaging the overcharge. I'm still always doing it way too early or way too late. Yeah, I've got so used to seeing a Dodec station when I come out of Super Cruise now. It actually looks weird seeing a Coriolis.
Approval granted to land on designated pad number 36.
Not the steadiest flying there.
Safe and secure. Alight when ready. We trust this facility will serve you well, Commander.
So, I can actually hand, well, 3 of them in. Well, I'll certainly do that. So there's those 2. 374 merits. And that one 187. Yeah, really lose a lot of merits when you're in a it's, I don't know if this is reinforced or if it is a stronghold, but here's the handy thing. I mean, that's the credits I got for the bounties. Not a huge amount, but yeah, it's increased by 140% because I'm in a system that is controlled by the Emperor. So, alright, I mean, it's still only 103,200, which is bugger all, but it's more than double what it would have been. Okay, it's nearly 2.5 times what it would have been. So we'll complete the mission at the terminal, get our manufacturing instructions. And the huge 90,605 credits on top of that, but that doesn't really matter. Right. Let's get rid of what I looted, which isn't going to be a hell of a lot.
Commander. Trading, selling, or both. Have a look. The only thing you won't find is a discount.
Yeah, I didn't get very much here at all. Right, so... One... Hang on. Okay, right, hang on. Let's, there we go, right.
Should get a good price for that.
So that's 4 more chemical suitor base. It's always circuits you get the most of. Alright, another 5 of
Interesting
those.
choice.
There we go. Right, so it's 5
You got it.
optical fibre. Right, I really did not get much here. Right, it's 54 I need. Well, I can't do much else there, so... Nah, for fuck's sake, I accidentally hit the right click. There we go.
Interesting choice. Anything else?
Right, now let's
Got the goods,
flog
got the credits.
this lot. G-Meds is using engineering, but I can't give them away on the carrier, so I never keep them.
Still feel like a complete rookie at mining. The way I see it, extracting ore is the easy part. Finding the right market afterwards, that's the real challenge.
I remember the first time I ran into pirates when I had a full cargo hold. That crap will wake you up faster than any push will.
Okay, data. Obviously there's no point keeping the stuff that's not used in any engineering. Alright, so 959,000.
Just what I was looking for.
It'll do.
Anything else?
Right. Take a look at another mission, but let's catch up with the chat here first. Right, there's not much else here. In the early days, I never put two and two together that reinforcements came when the alarms were on and the settlement went dark. Yeah. Looked like a good layout to me. Does it belong to a useful settlement type? Yeah, it's a engine. No, it's an industrial one. I do actually need to get another one or two industrial buildings put into the system. So far, every industrial building that's in there, or industrial settlement I should say, are all medium ones. There are no large ones in there, so we don't have that layout in the system yet. So yeah, it's not a bad one. I mean, that was, I think, the worst loot that I've got out of that layout ever. It's usually a lot better than that. Just what I was looking for, all the useless stuff. Yeah, he's quite handy, he's the old barkeep. Yeah, all the stuff that's crap and no one would be interested in buying, yeah, he'll take it off you. And pay you for it, so yeah, I'm alright with that. Right, so there's another one here at Constancia, but yeah, we want one that's a bit more challenging. What have we got here? Huang munitions installation. So that is a military one. Target faction is the Blue Council. That's the Anarchy faction. I mean, they're paying G-Meds. Jesus Christ, utterly worthless. Let's see what else there is. Nothing else there. Let's have a look at the operations. Well, Baldock's Camp, that is another military one. And it's not a covert one. Classic Entertainment is not a great payout. Let's see what else we have. That's not a not either. Semwall Bastion. We actually have Semwall. It's not. I think it's one of our agricultural bases. Is Semwall something or other? It only got built last night. It was Mick DC who did the vast majority of the building of that one. He'll probably remember the name better than I can. But I don't think, yeah, target faction is the Empire League, so that's no good. Well, okay, this one here then, it is a military establishment, so yeah, let's do this one. I don't know if we get to keep the power regulator or not, but oh well. So that one is not a covert one either, so we still want to turn the alarms off, but we can turn them back on again before we power the place down. Now I can't remember what the layout of this one is, but in our system we have 3 military settlements. All 3 are different. They're all mediums again. But one of them, even though it's a medium, it's actually bigger than the settlement that is classed as a large. So, right. Let's double check on the Semwall Cultivations. There it is, yeah. My fave name of the new builds has got to be Ponce Honor Place. I mean, I cannot believe that name. It looks like it's the kind of name that I would have been, you know, pissing about, and it's like, okay, I'll pay 5,000 arcs and rename it to Ponce Honor. No, I didn't. I did not name that. That was the name that Elite Dangerous gave to that place. Ponce Honor. I mean, I couldn't believe it. But while I was like, you know, putting the setting the building site up, I kept thinking, right, what am I going to rename this place? Because most of the large starports have all been renamed. So I was thinking, yeah, right, we'll rename this one. But when I saw it come up with a name Ponce Honor, I was like, no, we're going to keep that name, all right. Fucking Ponce Honor, I can't believe it. Well, still didn't quite time it, but it's better than most of me others. There are some boneheaded names in the game, Jenny Tolwarts, for instance. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, this is going to sound great. Yeah, I've seen Jenny Tolwarts in the game. Oh, there was another Gopher as well. I mean, we've got my carrier, but yeah, there was one. It wasn't a carrier; it was an NPC. It was Gopher A/. Doesn't quite have the same impact as Go Fuck Yourself, but could have been worse. Could have been Nonce Honor. Well, I think if it was named after, Prince Andrew or something, then yeah. Military ones, I prefer them to be on the night side because it's a lot easier to see. Yeah, like any of the guards that are moving around. Then, in fact, this is in a bit of a shitty place. It's not going to be like completely lit up.
Orbital flight engaged.
Right, so this is the layout that is considered the large military camp. This is the only one where I actually land on their landing pads.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, so yeah, we have to power this place down. The only way we're going to be able to do that is to kill everyone here again. Why did I do that? I meant to do that. So same loadout, we've got the sniper's rifle and the plasma pistol. So if we're going to do this, first thing we need to do is take out everyone who is hanging around, yeah, the habitat areas. And we really have to make sure no one sees us this time. I don't think level 1 is much use here, but we'll take it anyway. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 around the back here. Yeah, there's one. There's a bit of luck there. I thought I'd missed him. I bet that's a power. Oh, okay, I thought that was going to be a power play locker. Alright, this is a bit of a risky one, but we'll try it. There's bound to be someone looking through that window fairly soon, so I've got to watch how I do this. Let's see if there's anyone at the far end here. There isn't always, but they do sometimes come along. No. Okay. Well, we'll I was going to take whatever was in there, but yeah, fuck all. I'm pretty sure. Well, I can't believe that. I felt certain someone would have seen the body that's round here. They might see that one. Ah, okay. Someone did. I think it was this guy.
Bounty detected. No bounty detected.
Alright, so this last one, you look on the radar there, that grey signal, that's some bloke who keeps wandering in and out between the 2 terminals, I think. The 2 habitat buildings, I should say. And once I've dealt with him, that's everyone from out here. Let's just go in and here he comes now.
We don't often get visitors here.
You do actually get an awful lot of visitors here. It's just that they always leave with everyone here dead, so you don't know anything about it.
Bounty detected.
Right, so we'll certainly take the level 2
Security profile cloned.
profile. Right.
Entering pressurized environment.
Now, I'm not going to completely loot these habitat buildings because it is mostly junk that's just not worth bothering with. Now that I've said that, I probably will end up taking it all. Right, I can actually download all of that because none of that is illegal, so it doesn't matter that the alarms are still on. That's very useful. Right, while that's downloading, there's a Windsor court in the game. Interesting combination of appropriate words. What the odds of operations being delayed again? Well, I certainly wouldn't bet against it happening. In the preview, the performance was horrible, and I doubt anyone would be enticed into playing in a slideshow. Well, even in the 34th century, they still have to go outside for a snout. Yeah, well, I certainly would have to. I'd be spending most of my time out there. But, I mean, we all remember what Odyssey was like when it was first released. Now, the thing is, surely even frontier developers must be aware that they cannot possibly hope to get away with that happening a second time. So they could be faced with, yeah, do we release it in the same state that the Odyssey was in when that was released, or do we delay it again? I mean, you'd think that by now they would have learned, stop fucking over-promising. You know, the game has been around now for over 10 years. We know what it's capable of, and perhaps more importantly, we know what it can't do. So they keep coming up with all this stuff. Oh yeah, it's going to do this, 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 and this. And, you know, the game doesn't, you know, the update or whatever doesn't deliver. And well, the thing is, okay, yeah, it you know, the update doesn't work properly or whatever, but everyone in the forum still moans like hell about it, as if, you know, they're surprised. You know, it's like, oh, why has this update for this game where there has never been a single update that worked fine right from the get-go? Why has this latest update for it not worked fine from the get-go? You know, it's I suppose in that case it's a case of you get what you ask for when you are looking at the forums. The Whining Forum as well, one of the settlement tourist, yeah, one of the colonised systems tourist settlements, which I named because, yeah, if there's one thing I do associate with Elite Dangerous, it's that. So I think I've taken out pretty much everybody who's going to be around here. So, right, I've got a guard here. I do not need him coming over to search me. What is he? Is he just going to keep standing there? Oh, there he goes. I thought I missed that first one. I thought actually his shields are going up, but yeah, I got a bit lucky there. Right. So I can download everything except that one.
Downloading data.
Anything worth taking? Got to run, got visitors. How dare they? Oh, that's just not on. I think Erodian has been rescued.
Transfer complete.
Well, let's restock the old ammo while we're here. I think the last time I was in a settlement like this, we had a Sargoid Banshee outside, constantly dropping bombs on us. I think I was in here with Jim. That sounds a bit dodgy. Now there may well be someone in here, or there may be fuck all nobody. Alright. Well, I did say I wasn't going to loot everything, but I've done every other room, so. And the thing is, this is the easy part here, where the habitat buildings are. We only have one more building left to do, but yeah, that is the one that is extremely heavily guarded. So even though I would be trying to do this, you know, with the alarm switched off, I've not had the chance to switch them off yet. Alright.
Pressurized environment.
So that is the habitat area dealt with. So let's get rid of everything here. Alright. So that one there, yeah, is an enforcer. The last thing we want is for him to get a shot away and everyone can hear it. There you go. There is another enforcer somewhere in the settlement. They'll be right down the other end. Trying to see where that... Where are they? Oh, right there. Can I get a headshot? Not like that. Oh, there we go.
detected.
So where's... Oh, okay. Alright.
Bounty detected.
So there's those two there. This one, I think that's someone inside the building. So, right, oh no it isn't. I see who it is. It's another enforcer up on the roof here. Now I've got to make sure he doesn't fall off onto the floor. Oh, fucking yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's alright.
Bounty detected.
Nah. There we go. It sounded like someone saw something. Well, that one should have seen something, but they just stood there looking at me.
No bounty detected.
So there you go, shoot him right up the arse, and I mean, that really was
No bounty detected.
how stupid are the people guarding this place.
Bounty detected.
Right, where was the last guy who was round here? Tell me it's one of those ones where the body has disappeared. Yeah, I think it has. Now, if there is another enforcer, he's going to be around here. But it looks like... Looks like it's not there. Okay, I'm alright with that. So that's everyone out here dealt with. Let's head on in.
Entering pressurized
Oh, shit, I just realised. I really do not want to trigger the alarms here. I can show you why.
pressurized environment.
Yeah, there's like 3 ships that are orbiting around. I mean, alright, those 2 are only Eagles. And that other one looked like a vulture. Nevertheless, I'm really not sort of like, you know, kitted out for combat in me Cobra. So yeah, I am gonna have to do this all quietly. Oh, I forgot about that. There's another guard down there. They're going to see that body. Well, they would have done if they got there in time.
No bounty detected.
Well, claim his level 3 profile. That's quite handy.
Profile cloned.
Alright, let's also make it nice and easy to get to the power building once we have done everything around here. Oh Jesus, I just got back there. Alright, well, as I've already got the level 3 thing, we can go through here.
Restricted area. No bounty detected.
Okay, so alarms are off. Ah, there we go.
Bounty detected.
Alright, let's take what we can get from down here. Data port's not down there. This is all crap again, but it all adds up. As I did turn off the alarms, I can download that illegal one. Right, what else we got here? Nothing. Right, there we go. That was easy to catch up with. I'll flying around somewhere.
Transfer complete.
Right, onwards.
Leaving restricted area.
I did clear this bit out, didn't I? Yeah. Let's recharge my suit.
Recharging. Suit fully charged.
I'm pretty sure that'll be everyone in here.
No bounty detected.
Right, let's just in case things go tits up. There we go. Oh, take the circuit board. Right. Okay, let's see if this one is better than it was at the last place. It can't be worse, that is for sure. Still not good. No, okay, it was better than the last one, but barely. I mean, that was a pretty shit load again. And yeah, the data hasn't been great either. Right, just wait for this to download. Anything else in the chat? Remember the cringy Odyssey gameplay trailer? Do I ever? Mind you, are you talking about, like, yeah, the trailer that was purely cinematic, or are you talking about the one that also included what was supposed to be the gameplay? I mean, they were both shit, but yeah, the one that was supposed to include the gameplay was absolutely cringing. Right, I mean it's only technicians in here, so fucking, I think it's just the one.
Bounty detected.
Again, so downloads are just, they've all been really crap so far. They better be better than this in our system. And they really can't be any worse. Anyway, yep, everyone's dead.
Connection lost. Transfer suspended. Downloading data. Transfer complete.
Right. That is everything. Let's make sure the doors are done. Let's shut the place down.
Power centers.
Also got to do the front door as well.
Leaving pressurized environment. Entering
So there was one download that I could have got, but it was pretty worthless. It's not using any engineering, so yeah, I can live without it. There'll be new weapon blueprints in operations apparently. How about new weapons? Could it be possible? It can certainly be possible. I mean, I dearly hope they're not as overpowered as the new ships have been. Especially as they didn't need to be overpowered. As long as it was a new design. I mean, you take a look at the Type 8. Now the Type 8 looks great. And it is pretty, you know, it's, well, if you want a ship that can land on a medium pad, it, you know, it has the best cargo capacity of any medium ship. And that's all it needed. But all the other ships, especially the ones that have come along after that, they've, for some reason, got it into their heads that they need to be more than just like, you know, a good design. Even though they've got the proof right there with the Type 8 that that is not the case. So, as much as I like the Kestrel, it's ridiculously overpowered, and it doesn't need to be. So, I have a horrible feeling that that's what they're going to do with these new weapons. And one thing that they did say is that there would be a new currency coming in. So, you know, once these new weapons are added, presumably anyway, the new currency would be used for these particular weapons. You know, you're not just going to get everyone piling in there, buying them all up straight away because they've got billions of credits. But they said that there was going to be a new currency when Odyssey came out, and that never happened. So, yeah, just because they've said there's going to be a new currency, you've got no reason to think, oh yeah, well in that case it is coming.
Mission status updated.
There we go. So, mission is done. We've just got to bugger off out of here. Okay, as we're here, let's just completely loot the place. Yeah, a few more memory chips, always handy. And there we are. Did it so quietly that this place still thinks of me as an ally. Right, let's get out of here.
Released. Engines engaged.
Let's wait for the leave the settlement thing to update. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, back in the chat. Yeah, the group gameplay one. I assume that's, yeah, referring to the operations again. I ain't gonna lie, I think the operations thing looks good. But you look at who it is that's coding it. So yeah, it looks great. Is it gonna play great though? That's the big question. Took long enough, but I should have bloody done a basic scan of all the ships at the settlement as well. Oh, it's only 30 merits that I missed out on. It's not exactly gonna do a hell of a lot to my status. Certainly don't think I'll be catching up Erodian in the in terms of power play rank. So, right, those who are watching, do you want to see a third on foot mission, or do we bugger off to our colonised system? I'll let you decide on that, and I'll check once I've handed everything in.
Attention, Commander. You must seek proper authorization before attempting to dock at this station.
How many more times am I going to do that?
Permission granted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 3-4.
I wish they would do that like they did in Frontier. They still let you land, but you had to pay a huge fine instead of just the regular
Landing gear deployed.
And besides which, in Frontier also, your autopilot would send the request for you.
Docking procedure complete.
Fucking thing.
Our facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
Right, so yeah, again, 7 that I can hand in this time. So 561 there. That's nearly half the amount. So it should be 1080, but I'm handing it in at a stronghold. Yeah, so I only get 561. And this should be 360, and I get 187. So yeah. I'm not going to fly onto you know, another system just to hand in you know, just to get a few extra merits. I mean, if I was, you know, sort of like below level 10 or something, then yeah, maybe I would. Maybe I would, but I'm, or rank, I should say 10, then yeah, it might be worth doing that. But I mean, I'm rank 148, so I don't need to worry about it too much.
The beluga line.
It's awe-inspiring.
Right, well, I'll take the classic entertainment. It's not fantastic, but it is needed. It gets you access to one of the engineers. I forget which one. I think it's the Shaft lookalike.
Take a
But
load
I
off
can't
me,
remember his name.
Marco. Trading, selling, or both. Feel free to browse my wares.
Right, I'll get some aerogel this time. That's it.
Interesting choice.
Alright, so we'll go for 80 in the trade again. We're certainly going to do that.
It's a deal.
There we go. Right, 7 of them.
Interesting
So
choice.
yeah, 12 of each. Right. Yeah, I'll go weapon component again. Actually, no, I won't. No, I don't actually. A lot of people just got decent Maverick suits, didn't they? So yeah, I will go for that. I was going to go carbon fibre plating, but considering so many people just got Maverick suits from yeah, that mission that just ended, it's not really worth
Might not be the safest job, but mining is the only thing I've ever been good at.
so
Made so many mistakes
Fact.
when I got started. It's a miracle I'm still alive.
I come from a mining family, so I knew just what to expect. Long hours, explosions, and stuff.
okay, it's not quite worked
So
out.
long, I
It's
can barely remember a time when I wasn't hauling rock from one system to another.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm 1 point short. Okay.
It's a deal.
Alright, there we go.
You got it.
And then
If you read it
flog
once, I got the credits.
the rest of the crap. So I've still got that power regulator. Well, that's handy. Let's hope I still have it when we're done here. So I've only got one ionised gas from 2 missions. You don't get a hell of a lot from military settlements, so yeah, shouldn't really be that surprised. So 1,183,000. Not bad.
Sold. I appreciate your custom, Commander.
Right. You did an NMS space station entry, yeah. Let's see the system progress. Alright, let's head out of here, make our way back to our well, I could do with people sending a couple of questions or something to discuss anyway, because we're in the carrier, so we've got 15 minutes to wait for the carrier jump. There it is.
Landing restraints retracted. Please exit the station safely and promptly.
I gotta wait for that fucking beluga to get out of the way. Anyway, that military layout that we've just left, well, you know, the last mission, I've not got any of those in our system because it's a large, but it doesn't offer anything that you can't get at any of the mediums. So I just don't see the point in building that one unless you particularly like the layout as far as being able to take out military personnel. But believe me, the 3 that we do have in our system, yeah, they offer you plenty of opportunities to take out heavily armed guards and that, and all 3 of them offer you much better looting opportunities. You know, there's far more of it, and it's a damn sight better than most of the crap that I got at that one.
Permission granted. We look forward to welcoming you to our carrier.
None of those are giving us any merits. let's put everything that I'm going to be selling. Don't need that. Don't need that. Even if you only want the 15 manufacturing instructions, you do now know somewhere that yep, is selling them. Alright, let's set the carrier's course. $358.17 light years, and yeah, I'll park it where it was before, which is right here. There we go. Right, what we got here then? Bugger all. Well, we can take a look at how the system has progressed from here. So it's very unlikely that I will be building any more orbiting structures. So there's 31 orbiting you know, spots available, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything there. So everything that's to come is going to be surface. We still got 22 available sites, and I have 6 that are lined up. So that still leaves, what, 16 that are going to be available. So Planet 3 here, this is the planet that has New Southend. Among other things. So that is not in a good spot because it's permanently daylight there. And then we have these two. Actually, these are the two that are permanently in daylight. This one here, even though it doesn't look it, is actually permanently in the night time, even though it's in broad daylight here. Planet 4 doesn't yet have anything on there. That's likely to be where I will be building a number of hubs rather than settlements. The moons of planets 3 and 4 are full. There's very little around planet 5. These 2 moons here, they're full, but none of these have got anything on them yet. Not a lot of building spots around yeah, the moons of 6, 7 and 8. So unless I was to put orbiting stuff in there, which I don't really plan on doing so, then those 3 are done. Planet 9, this is where, yeah, Mick DC's outpost is. But yep, all of the moons here are full. Planet 10, now here, moon 10C, and yep, this is where old Ponce Honor is. Hasn't got very far, it's only 4% done. There are, yeah, this is a refinery hub. This is the agricultural one. There you go, Semwall cultivations. I was just saying about the settlement in this system, in the Dainayiman system. And yeah, there's our Semwall one. So yeah, Old Ponce Honor still has quite a way to go. I mean, yeah, 10,000 plus steel. I mean, it's nothing like the amounts that New Southend needed, but it's enough. But that is currently the only moon around Planet 10 that has anything built on the surface. So still plenty there. And then Planet 11, now this is the planet, or rather the moons around this planet are the ones that are being set aside for the Anarchy faction here. And Aero's jetty, so yeah, Erodian got a an outpost named after him. But that is a pirate outpost. Snyder's Folly here is a pirate installation, and I was hoping that the Anarchy faction would come in and take control of these because they are pirate, related. No, instead it was Lavigny's Legion, so we've got to get the pirates out here ourselves, and they will almost certainly have to take control of all of the settlements that have been built here as well. 3 of the settlements around this moon are unfinished. If you look here on Planet 4, or Moon, was it Moon F? Yeah, this is under construction, and so is this. The other 2 over here, these have been finished. They're all medium extraction sites. And the reason I went with medium is because, well, not only do they need far fewer commodities than a large one, but this particular layout that I've used for all 4 of these has more loot and better loot than the large settlement build. It's also actually bigger in area as well, despite being classed as a medium. Has the highest population, so yeah, you want to take out enemies, you'll have plenty here. So it was a no-brainer for me. So the only drawback is it has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works as far as the economy for the system, but I am going to be taking care of it. That's what those other 6 builds that I've got lined up, that's what they are all about. Moon 11D here also has a unfinished settlement here. So this is a medium industrial. Yeah, nothing's been done there yet, but I'm sure it will do fairly soon. So there are 4 building sites in the system here at the moment. 2 on Moon 11F, 1 on 11D, and 1 on 10C. There you go. So yeah, that is quite enough. The surface port that's being built on 10C, Old Ponce Honor, that's the last starport that we are going to be building in this system, because let's face it, we really do not need more than 6 starports if we're including the orbiting outposts. 6 is quite enough. Well, it is at the moment anyway. I don't foresee a time when we will need a 7th, but you never know. Right, where are we on the chat here? Tottenham in the relegation zone. Music to my ears. So what happened to get them in the relegation zone? Was it West Ham or... Yeah, did West Ham win or something? Oh, how long we got to wait? Just under 6.5 minutes. West Ham beat Wolves tonight. I mean, beating Wolverhampton is, yeah, it's not asking a lot this season. Well, they've got a hell of a lot better since Christmas. I mean, they couldn't have got any worse, but oh, it'd be great to see Tottenham go down, wouldn't it? I'd love that. I still don't think it's going to happen. To be honest, until it's actually a mathematical certainty, I don't dare get my hopes up about yeah, Tottenham getting relegated. It would be great to see, but yeah, it's too much to hope for, isn't it? Tottenham are away at Sunderland on Sunday. That is, yeah, you got to make Sunderland favourites for that one, surely. I wish Tottenham hadn't got rid of what's his name though, Tudor, because with him there, it did look like, yeah, we could actually start thinking, yeah, they're going to go down, but there they went and fucking got rid of him, didn't they? The day after his old man died, because yeah, that's how classy Tottenham are. So anyway, yeah, those who may still be watching, I doubt there are that many, but yeah, those that are, if you've seen something that you think is missing from the system, or there is something that you specifically want to see included in the system, then yeah, let us know. I can't guarantee it will happen, but you know, let us know, and we'll see what can be sorted out. Now, I thought we still had like a pretty decent amount of sites. Well, we do. We still got 22 surface sites available, but when I look at it here, yeah, it doesn't look like we got quite as many as I thought. Three minutes to go.
Services are offline. Market access is unavailable until the jump is complete.
How many arcs is it to rename your system? You can't rename the system. It's not an option at all. You can rename any structure that you build, but yeah, that's it.
All services have been suspended.
Any passengers who wish to remain in the system must depart the carrier within the next few minutes. Landing pads have been retracted. Hangar bays are secure.
The spreadsheet studiers at FD have missed a trick there. Chances are they're what do you call it? The program that they use to actually generate the galaxy probably couldn't hack it. You know, all these manual name overrides being put in, it would probably send it haywire. So I'll say, bear in mind who it is that coded it. It's a miracle it works. Well, of course, it doesn't work that well. Let's face it.
All decks are signed off. The crew is set for hyperspace.
Attention all ships. Our carrier is ready to engage the frameshift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
All decks are signed off. The crew is set for hyperspace. Attention all personnel. The frameshift drive has been engaged.
Attention. Counting down to jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Finally underway. Now, if you're thinking that you know, the fact that there are 4 building sites already up in the system, you may be thinking, well, that's going to take ages to do. 3 of those 4 are medium settlements, and there have been multiple occasions where I've been in game and Mick DC's been in game as well, and between us we've been able to take medium settlement from 0% to complete in one session. And it's not like we've been playing the game for hours on end either. So yeah, building medium settlements is nothing. In fact, building large settlements is nothing. It's just the outposts and the docking stations and things like that. They're the things that take a long time. But yeah, the settlements are no bother. Even the hubs are no bother.
Carrier jump successful. Security checks have begun.
Attention. Lockdown protocols have been lifted. All services are now available. Thank you.
Right. Well, we are back in our system. Let's see how much tritium I've used. So I need to transfer 177. I'll have to change ship to do that. Let's jump into the fact hunt. Yes, I did say it properly. Alright, I've already forgotten how many it was. 177, wasn't it? The way that the amounts jump up is way too fast. There we go. Right, so that's them filled back up, and I still have 10,939 tritium, so we're all right for that. Hang on a minute, what is it? Someone sold me 130 low temperature diamonds. I'll have to go and flog them at some point. Alright, anyway, now that we are here, we can go on to the final part of the stream, which is heading into the hazardous extraction sites in that most lethal of combat ships, the old Sidewinder. So let's jump in there. We'll quickly go through the loadout of this thing. So yeah, this is the Mr. Creosote. And it's fair to say I have, yeah, pretty well decked this thing out. So I have total power output of 14.1 and I'm using 14.65. Yeah, it's quite a bit of power management needed on this thing. So we'll start as always with the core internals. So I have military grade composite armour, which is lightweight grade 5 with deep plating. Power plant is no surprise overcharged to grade 5 and monstered. So even with the monstered experimental, so this is the most power I can get out of this thing, and I still need yeah, more than it's offering. And this is why I'm using the enhanced performance thrusters, which are grade 5 dirty drive tuning with drive distributors engineering experimental. Pre-engineered SCO drive, so yeah, increase range, and the mass manager special experimental. So the jump range is 25.22, and that is yeah, that is the maximum I'm going to get out of this thing. Well, unless I put a FSD booster on it, but I'm not doing that, not in a combat ship. Life support, I don't know why I put miscellaneous lightweight all the way up to grade 5 on it, but I did. Power distributor is charge enhanced with super conduits, and the sensors are long range. So no real surprises as far as the engineering those last few. Optional internals, don't think any of this is going to surprise anybody. So class 2 bi-weave, which is thermal resistant grade 5 and multi-weave experimental. Then we have 4 Guardian Shield reinforcement packages, 1 grade 2, or 1 class 2 I say, and 3 class 1s. Then have the additional fuel tank, because yeah, the Sidewinder does not have a very big fuel tank, and I'm using a lot of rather power hungry yeah, modules on this thing, so an extra fuel tank was needed. Utility mounts, yeah, what a surprise. It's 2 A-rated shield boosters, resistance augmented grade 5 with flow control here. In fact, yeah, they both are resistance augmented. And then weapons, I have the Cyto Scrambler burst laser, which is long range grade 5, as I always engineer these things with that, and the phasing sequence experimental. And for the cannon, overcharged grade 5 with thermal cascade experimental. I might change that experimental actually. I'm not a big fan of thermal cascade, and cannons do a reasonable amount of damage to shields anyway, even without that. So, but yeah, that is the loadout. Now, yeah, I need to make sure I've got right, I need to set the FSD to 5 as well. I think that would then be alright, because if I turn off, oh, actually I don't even need to do that. Okay, so it is just the cargo hatch then that gets shut down. That's alright. Alright, let's take a look. We've got a couple of hazardous extraction sites pretty close by, around planet 7. Let's check the old chat here. In other words, they don't know how to do it. Well, I wouldn't be at all surprised, because nobody who coded the thing that rendered the galaxy no one who did that is still there. So yeah, they probably do have no idea. 522 meters per second boost speed, nimble little thing. It's certainly got the speed and the agility. I've yet to actually take out an anaconda in this thing, so we'll give it a go. But yeah, I'm not all that confident. And Cyberdaimi has put in an appearance. Right, let's get this up and running and see how we do. Now, even I am a bit cautious in this thing. I'm a bit reluctant to take on any wings. So what we really want to find is an anaconda that's on its own. I'm only able to get it up to 513. For a Sidewinder, it's still pretty good.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I'm not going to use the SCO overdrive for this trip because firstly it's very short, and secondly we've got a very small fuel tank in this thing. Last time I was in one of these hazardous sites, I was in Kestrel. I was feeling a bit more optimistic than I am at the moment. Although, I mean, if you are one of those people who says that, you know, Elite Dangerous is boring and it has no challenge or something, then this is what you want to have a go at. Get yourself a Sidewinder. Kit it out for combat, take it into a hazardous extraction site. You'll find it does have a challenge then, that is for sure.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
We haven't got a great deal yet. Let's see what we got here. It's Elite Python. It looked like it was mining. Yeah, it is. I mean, he's only an expert. But we'll certainly give him a go.
Scan detected. Under attack. Scan detected.
I can't see too well. I need the old he's gonna get his. I almost had his fucking shields down and then he used his epoxy fucking didn't do me too many favours. There we go.
Under attack.
Fucking hell, that's I've only taken him down to 75% hull as well. Yeah, they're their shields aren't particularly good, but their armour is. Yeah, this is not the best strategy here, having it coming straight for me. I mean, to be honest, even if he does take me out, it's such a cheap bloody ship that it is not that big a deal. So his shields are down again. Right, well my shields are now down, but he is much more heavily armed than I am, so yeah. Don't think I'm gonna come through this one. Especially when that keeps happening. I swear one of those shots, or at least one of those shots, went straight through his ship. Yeah, so he's got me down to 47. Yeah, I'm not going to hang out. I'm not going to be winning this one. I don't need that fucking stuttering there either. I'm down to 13. Yeah, there we go. Alright, next attempt, don't take on something that is quite as heavily armoured as a fed dropship. Especially as I am on the somewhat rusty side. The other thing is, where is he going to put me? Oh, on my carrier by the looks of it. There we go. Right, well I've got to wait for the system to come back in. Alright. I wouldn't worry about the fuel, this could be a one-way trip. Yeah, well, you just saw there. SEO in the Mini Cooper of the Elite Dangerous World would be comical. But the only reason I've got it is there was some mission or other. I think it was a CG mission, and they were offering like pre-engineered SCO drives of every class. So I did end up with a class 2 SCO drive, and it's like, well, what the fuck am I going to do with this? So yeah, shoved it in the Sidewinder. It was the only ship I had that would actually use it. You want challenge? Do a winged assassination mission solo in a medium or small vessel against 4 heavily engineered vultures and a fair lance. I did try doing that once. Yeah, there's a reason why I only tried it once. And Peter has arrived late as usual. Yeah, there you go. Well, at least I've got. Well, yeah, you haven't arrived right at the very end. Right. Let's give this another shot, and let's see if I can actually take out a ship this time.
Landing craft is engaged, and you're away.
Actually, what was I was just saying there? Winged assassination mission solo in a medium or small vessel. I could give that a stab in the Kestrel.
You are now clear of the area. Good luck, and fly safely, Commander.
Let's face it, with me, the only way I would stand any sort of chance doing that is, yeah, if I was in a Kestrel with its rather ridiculous weapons loadout. I'm not sure that the weapon loadout that I've got in this thing is really working. The cannons, okay, as always, the cannons do decent damage when they hit, but it's quite slow firing. And obviously the Cyto Scrambler, yeah, great at stripping away shields, but once the shields are gone, it's useless. But I do need to get those shields down as quickly as possible, so I would stick with the Cyto Scrambler. Maybe change the cannon to something a bit faster firing. Frag cannon may not be a bad idea. Right, we'll make sure I can actually see well when we arrive this time. Right, what we got now? Oh, well, Imperial Clipper is not as heavily armoured as... Oh, but he's deadly. I wouldn't stand a fucking hope in hell. But what else have we got here? 2 Pythons and a Fed assault ship. Ah, and this thing's in a wing. What's his wingmate? Oh, his wingmate's a Python. I definitely would not stand a fucking chance in that one. Alright, another Imperial Clipper's just arrived. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, this one's in a fucking wing as well. Eagles. I mean, alright, yeah, competent Eagles should be piss easy. I'm sure it would be piss easy, but yeah, there's a master Yeah, one of them there. Now, I did dreadful against the... Who's he firing at? Yes. Alright, okay, let's see what else we've got. Asp Explorer. Alright, well, it's nothing spectacular, but I might actually still be able to take him out, so let's give this a try. Jitter on this thing. I don't think I've hit him once. Ah, you've got fucking shield cell banks again. That does really irritate me when you get their shields down, then they do a shield cell bank like that and suddenly they're back up to, you know, 50, 60, 70%. Alright, so shields are down. I'm not interested in whoever that was that just scanned me. Hurry up and reload. Oh, I just noticed his shields are not far off coming back on. How can I keep missing from here? Oh, there we go. Now, the thing is, with my phasing sequence on these things, I might be able to destroy him even with his shield still up. There you go, he's down. Ah, there we are. Yeah, did he drop anything that I need? No. Right, well, that, yeah, is in a wing. That's in a wing and it's deadly, and it's in a wing with that. That thing's far too heavily armoured. Don't tell me I've got to go after Vipers. Oh, he's lost one of his wingmen. No, he hasn't. That's the other. Viper. Other Viper. The other of those things. Yeah. These things are leaving me behind. Now, last time I was in this, what I was doing was waiting for, like, these two wings we've got here with the two Imperial Clippers. I would wait for them to start fighting each other, which they almost inevitably will, and then I would take pot shots while they were sort of like blasting chunks out of each other. Because, yeah, this lot here, I wouldn't stand a chance. There's nothing else that's turned up. That dropship's bottom turrets were nasty, yeah. The only decent loadout for a Sidewinder is a mine launcher and torpedoes. Can't span the synthesis, but it works. Are you still using a 2070 Ti? It was never a Ti, but yeah, it is a 2070. It's one that's had its cooling system replaced because, yeah, the old fans just went completely tits up. I'm really not getting too much out here at the moment. But yeah, I've never used torpedoes because, yeah, for a start, you get hardly any of them. I think you only get, I think at best, I don't know, I've only got class 1, so aren't they like single use or something? And mine launchers, I usually only use those if I'm running away, which, right, in a Sidewinder is probably something I should do more than I actually do. Oh, right, got another Asp Explorer. Let's see what this is all about. This one's dangerous and clean, so yeah, that one's useless. Who's just scanned me? Him. Oh yeah, like I'm going to do anything, yeah, against deadly Python in a wing with, yeah, deadly Imperial Clipper. I mean, if I was in pretty much any other ship, I'd give it a go, but in this, no, I haven't got a fucking hope in hell. I think this Eagle is one of the Eagles that's with the other Imperial Clipper. No. I mean, he's not in a wing, but I mean, am I really reduced to going after Eagles? This one. Well, expert Eagle, who's clean anyway. There's a lot more ships that have just turned up, but obviously I've done basic scans on all of them. Alright, here's the other Eagle. It looks like he's already been in the wars a bit. That was closer than I'd have liked. His shields have picked up quite a bit. Alright, small ship like this. Yeah, I'm having trouble just being able to hit the thing. Now, he's got frag cannons, which I have a feeling that's what I would be better off with. Oh, that was too close. Ah, come on. No. Well, now that his shields are down, it's now down to cannons. I'm gonna be missing quite a bit. Okay, maybe not. he felt that. He's already down to 27. Oh, what I'm doing is far too far away. His shields are about to come back up again. Yeah. Well, he's got a fucking shield cell back. Well, he didn't do anything. Oh, come on, I can barely hit the thing. Well, that's one way of dealing with him. But Jesus, that took long enough. Do I need any of these? No. Where are we? Still got a car. I've still got a RTX 2070 Super. Yeah. Think your case could fit a 2080 Ti? Yes, I have no doubt at all that my case could fit a 2080 or 2080 titanium. Lukozer 2070 had a full service the other day. It did indeed, and yeah, it's worked out pretty well. So, fingers crossed. Right, let's get ourselves a bit closer to the signal. See what else have we got here. Asp Scout, that's almost certainly going to be clean. You don't get very many wanted Asp Scouts. Yeah, and that one's under fire. Ah, it's those two fuckers again. Another Asp Explorer.
Target shields offline.
It looks like that's under fire as well. Yeah. Right, Imperial Eagle. These things are a bit crap. I mean, he's wanted. Oh well. At least I'll be shooting something, so I suppose there is that. But that's the other thing. I mean, I'm so used to, you know, coming into things like, you know, places like this and going straight after pythons and anacondas and all that. So I just think that, you know, the idea of taking on like Imperial Eagles is beneath me. But with this loadout, I can't go for too much better than this. The Imperial Eagle doesn't have anything like the manoeuvrability of the standard Eagle, so let's see what I can do. Well, it looks like I can do a fair bit, but I mean, yeah, expert Imperial Eagles is not really what I'm sort of like gunning for. He nearly hit me there, but that one shot took him down to 23%. And I dare say he took a bit of damage from the phasing sequence of my cyber scramblers, but even so. And then I missed. I was actually trying to ram him there. It's going to take me so long to be able to get him into my sights that... what was that? Freaking hopeless. Oh, there we go. I mean, it's only 57 grand, but yeah, I'll take that. There's absolutely fuck all here now. Yeah, nearly 15 kilometres out. Let's head back in. I think that is likely to be clean. Oh no. Alright. Oh, I guess I'll go after deadly adders now. It's going to take me an ace to catch up with him, so let's boost our way there. Actually make use of the enhanced performance thrusters that I've got. Hanging around that, yeah, the Clipper and Python duo. Not doing a huge amount of damage to him through shields. Shields are down. Let's see what we can do now. He seems quite well armoured, this little thing. Right, now that I'm stubbed my fag out, I can actually focus more on this. Well, that did him more damage than me. Oh, come on! And I got him down to over halfway, so come on, you fucker. You're down to 28. I've got to get these shields down again first. Well, that did him far fewer favours than me. At this rate, I'm going to run out of fucking ammo before I take him out. I'll have a look at who that is once I've finished with this little shit. The way I've been aiming, I may as well just keep trying to ram the little fucker. So he's down to 10. Well, definitely hit him there, but yeah, it didn't register any damage at all, unless it just took out modules or something. There we go, he's down to 2 now. Surely I can take him out before he gets his shields back online. There we go. I mean, it's only 84 grand, but yeah, it's not a bad, you know, dogfight. Right, where are we? I'm still waiting on a yellow adder to appear. Take it out regardless of its clean stroke wanted status. Well worth a crime stat. Yeah, probably. In fact, there's no probably, yeah. I think I'd go for a gimbal cannon, less DPS, but more time on target in the end. Or is fixed part of some challenge here? No, it's certainly not part of the challenge. The thing is, I don't know if it's just like bad luck on my part, but every time I used gimbaled weapons other than like the lasers, which I always used gimbaled lasers, but if I use you know, any other gimbaled weapon, every time I fire, straight away they start off with the whole chaff spamming thing, in which case the only way I'm going to hit them is, you know, obviously to not have them targeted, so I may as well stick with the fixed weapons to begin with. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, gimbal makes sense, you know, you're gonna, it's definitely going to help with the old aiming and that, especially when you're as rusty as me. I mean, when I put this thing together, I was not anything like as rusty as this, and I was able to hit far more often. Well, yeah, you can clearly see that that is not the case here, because I'm down to just 40 cannon ammo. So, I mean, there's no way in hell I'd be able to take on a dangerous Imperial Clipper, even though he is on his own. What's this Asp Explorer all about? Yeah, he's clean anyway. I think that Python... Okay, well that one's clean. Not that I was going to try taking on a wanted Python. This thing's making a beeline for me. I'm wondering if this is a wanted one. Well, he is, but he's not coming after me now. Right, so I've just seen it's 10, so I think we shall return to the carrier. I think we are more or less done here. Let's, so yeah, to sum up, yeah, I'm still far too rusty to really be able to do anything worthwhile in the good old Sidewinder. But yeah, if you want, you know, a challenge, if you're one of those who thinks that you know, extraction sites are too easy, then yeah, here's what I suggest. Stop going to extraction sites in things like Fed corvettes and go there in a Sidewinder. You will find the challenges there. Yeah, there was a video I saw on YouTube. Well, I saw the thumbnail of it. I didn't actually watch the video because the thumbnail was quite enough. It was a video about the Fed corvette, and it called it something like the king of the hazardous extraction site. Like, if you need to take a Fed corvette to a hazardous extraction site, then combat is really not your forte. But yeah, if you're thinking that, yeah, combat is too easy, then yeah, say grab one of these, or at least grab one of the you know, underpowered small ships. You know, the Eagle, the Imperial Eagle, if you're feeling particularly you know, masochistic. The Adder. And yeah, use one of those in the an extraction site, and yeah, you'll find the challenges there. And it is actually it is pretty good trying to take any of those out. And if you are able to take out something like, you know, big fucker ship in you know, a pissant little thing like this, then yeah, the sense of satisfaction is significant, I'll tell you that. And back when I was not so rusty and I took one of these things into an extraction site, I was able to take out a Python. I think it was only an expert, but nevertheless, taking out a Python while you're in a Sidewinder is not bad. But yeah, I've never been able to take out an Anaconda in one of these things, and I doubt I ever will. In fact, I'm just remembering, when I put this thing together, the original intention was that it was going to be part of a wing, whether it would be a wing of 3 or 4. I know Jim was going to put a Sidewinder together. I think he actually did get a Sidewinder, but I don't think he ever actually did the loadout for it. Panther UK got a Sidewinder and he did finish the loadout for it, but then he turned his back on everyone and everything that involved being online, so that never happened. So yeah, this thing is sort of, it's outfitted with the intention of being, yeah, part of a wing rather than going in there on its own. But the chances are, yeah, it is only ever going to go into these sites on its own. So I may have to change the loadout a bit so it's a bit better solo. I think frag cannons might be the answer. Change that, yeah, change that cannon for a frag cannon. I'll keep the Cycler Scrambler, because even though it's quite slow firing and that jitter makes it pretty hopeless at long range, but I mean, it is not a long range weapon. Even with the long range mod that I've got fitted, it's only firing 2,000 meters. But yeah, it is so devastating against shields that yeah, I will keep that. And yeah, I'll look at the frag cannon for the secondary weapon. Okay, where are we in the old chat? My chieftain is my fave for hazardous. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, a chieftain, yeah, you should be able to blast away at hazardous sites, no problem. Type 10 with ship launch fighter. I've only actually piloted a ship launch fighter myself about 2 or 3 times. Or a Viper. Actually, yeah, Viper's a great choice. Either Mark 3 or Mark 4. They are great small combat ships. But yeah, with the old ship launch fighters, normally if I've got a ship launch fighter, then I'm in my Crite Mark 2. And yeah, I did try it a couple of times. I don't know why I only tried a couple of them, but well, you've just seen what I was like in the Sidewinder there. I need to get back into the swing of things a bit more before I try the ship launch fighter, and probably before I try the old Sidey again. But you know, it weren't terrible. I did manage to take out a few ships, and 626,000. So yeah, over 500,000. I can't say it was a disaster. It wasn't great, but it weren't a disaster. You know, the first attempt, that was a disaster. Right. Anyway, I think that will do for this one. So yeah, if you've made it this far into this stream, then you have my sympathies. I don't know when the next stream will be. I'm pretty sure I said that at the end of the last one. But if anything sort of like major happens as far as the colonisation goes, when I say major, I mean we've finished building everything we're going to be building, you know, then yeah, it may be time to take another look at it, and this time see what this place has to offer in the way of surface missions. We saw what Dainayiman offers, and it's pretty good. If you want to get some practice at doing surface missions, that's definitely the place to go. But yeah, I think in the next one of these we'll see what our system has to offer as far as anything like that is concerned. So there we go. That brings this one very much to an end. So now go away.